The book of Deuteronomy. And we'll start at 28:48. Israel will serve as slaves. 28:68. Slavery in America. 28:64. Creator will scatter you throughout all nations. 28:29. You shall prosper in no way. Shall only be plundered and oppressed continually. No one will save you. 28:34. You shall be driven mad because of the sight of your eyes. Then we hop over to 17:15. Now we're going 25:17 through 19. Remember what Amalek did, how he waited and attacked you from the rear. Blot out Amalek. 32:21. They have moved me to anger with their idols. I will move them by those who are not a nation. 3:1. Og, king of Bashan, came against us, he and his people. 3:2. Creator said to me, do not fear, I have delivered them into your hands. 3:3. Creator delivered Og. We attacked him till there was no survivors. 3:4. We took all their cities, all regions of Argob and the kingdom of Og in Bashan. 3:6. We utterly destroyed them as we did the king of Sion of Heshbon, destroying the men, women, and children of every city. 3:8. We took land from the two kings of the Amorites who were on this side of the Jordan, from the river Arnon to Mount Hermon. 3:11. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnants of the giants. Is it not written in the Rabbah? His bedstead was an iron bedstead, 9 cubits in length, 4 cubits in width, according to the standard cubic. 2:4. You are about to pass through the territory of Esau, your brethren, who live in Seir. They'll be afraid of you, so watch yourself. 2:5. Don't meddle with them. I'm giving the land of Seir to Esau. 2:9. Do not harass Moab. I give Ar to Lot. 2:10. The Emim had dwelt there in the times past, a great, numerous, and tall as the Anakim, or the great, numerous, and tall as the Anakim, or Anakin. 2:11. They were also regarded as giants. The Moabites called them Emim. 2:12. Esau took Seir from the Horites. 1:12. How am I able to bear your problems and complaints alone? 1:13. Choose wise, knowledgeable, and overstanding men from among your tribes, and I will make them heads over you. 1:15. So I took the heads of your tribes, made them leaders of thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens, officers of your tribes. 1:16. I commanded you to judge, hear cases between your brethren, and judge righteously between a man and his brethren, or the stranger who is with them. 1:17. Show no partiality in judgment. Hear all matters, small and great. Shall not be afraid in the presence of men, for judgment is from the Creator. If a case is too hard, bring it to me, I will hear it. 2:19. Don't harass Ammon. The land of Ammon is given to Lot. 2:20. That was also regarded as the land of the giants. Giants formerly dwelt there. The Ammonites called them the Zumim. 2:25. This day I will begin to put the dread and fear of you upon the nations. 3:12. Aurora is given to Gad and Reuben. 3:13. Gilead and Bashan is given to the half tribe of Manasseh. 3:18. Creator has given you this land. All the men of Valor will cross over armed with your brethren. 3:19, your wives and your children will stay in the cities I have given you. 3:20, until the Creator gives rest to your brethren and they also possess land, then you may return to the land which you were given. 3:21, I commanded I commanded Yahshua at that time, saying, your eyes have seen all the Creator has done. 3:22, you must not fear none of them. Creator thyself fights for you. 3:23, I pleaded with Creator at the time, saying, you have begun to show your greatness. 3:25, I pray that you let me cross over the sea, the good land beyond the Jordan. 3:26, but Creator was angry with me on your account. Would not listen. Enough of that. Speak no more of this matter. 3:27, go to the top of Pisgah, view the land, for you shall not cross over. 3:28, command Yahshua and encourage him, strengthen him, for he will lead the people over the Jordan. 4:1, O Israel, listen to the statutes which I teach you to observe. 4:6, be careful to observe them, for this is your wisdom and understanding. 4:9, keep them lest you forget, lest they depart from your eyes, and teach to your children and your grandchildren. 6:5, love Creator with all your heart, might, and soul. 6:7, diligently teach children, shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. 6:8, you shall bind them as a sign on your hand. They shall be frontlets between your eyes. 6:9, you shall write them on your doorpost of the house and on your gates. 6:20, when your children ask what does it mean, the commandments and the statutes. 6:21, you shall say, we were slaves. Creator brought us out with a mighty hand. 7:1, command to kill Canaan. 7:2, destroy them and make no covenant with them. 7:3, do not marry them. 8:2, remember Creator led you 40 years in the wilderness to humble you. 11:22, for if you carefully keep all these commandments which I command. 11:24, every place the sole of your feet touches or treads, from the wilderness to Lebanon, from the river to the river Euphrates, even to the western sea, shall be your territory. 11:25, no man will be able to stand against you. 12:3, I believe. You shall destroy their pillars, their altars, the images with fire. 13:1, if a prophet arises or a dreamer and gives you signs or wonders. 13:2, saying, go after other gods. 13:3, you shall not listen. 13:5, they shall be put to death. 13:6, if it's a family member. 13:8, you shall not conceal. 13:9, you shall put them to death. 14:27, shall not forsake the Levites, for he has no inheritance. 14:28, every third year bring tithe. 14:29, Levi, since he has no inheritance, the stranger, the fatherless, the widow, that they may eat. 15:1, end of every 7 years, release of debt. 15:3, of the foreigner you may require it, or you may not require it. 15:6, you shall lend to many nations, but not borrow. 15:7, if a poor man is in your gates, do not harden your hearts, nor shut your hand from your poor brethren. 15:8, you shall open your hand wide, willingly lend sufficient for all his needs, whatever he needs. 17:14, when you possess a land and say, I will set a king over me. 17:15, it must be a king Creator chooses, one from your brethren, not a foreigner who is not your brethren. 17:16, he shall not multiply for himself, nor cause you to go into slavery. 17:17, nor multiply wives for himself, lest they turn his heart away. 17:18, when he sits on the throne he shall write for himself a copy of the law of this book from one before the priest of the Levites. 18:15, Creator will raise up a prophet like me from your midst, from your brethren, him you shall hear. 18:18, I will rise up from them a prophet. I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak all I command. 18:19, whoever will not hear his word, I will require it of him. 19:2, to set up 3 cities. 19:3, those who commit crimes may flee to. 19:4, unintentionally killing someone, having no hate before the act. 19:15, no witness shall rise up against anyone. By the mouth of 2 or 3, the matter will be established. 19:16, if a false witness rises. 19:70, both parties will stand before the Creator, the priest, and the judge. 19:18, if a witness is a false witness. 19:19, do not do to them as they sought to have done to you. You shall put the evil person away. 19:21, your eyes shall not pity that man. Life for a life, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. 20, verse 1, when you go to battle, seeing your enemy is more numerous, you shall not fear. 31:1, Moses spoke to Israel. 31:2, I am 120 years old, no longer able to go with you. 31:7, Moses called Joshua in the sight of Israel, be strong and of good courage, you must lead the people, cause them to inherit the land. 31:23, Moses inaugurated Joshua, the son of Nun. 31:24, Moses finished writing the words in the law in a book, and then he finished. 31:24, Moses finished writing the words of this law in a book, and when they finished. 31:25, he commanded the Levites to bring the ark, or who carried the ark. 31:26, take this book of the law, put it beside the ark of the covenant, that it may be a witness against you. 31:27, I know you're rebellious and a stiff-necked people. You rebelled while I'm alive. How much more after I'm gone? 31:29, after my death, you'll become utterly corrupt and turn aside from the law. 34:1, Moses went up to Pisgah, which is across from Jericho. Creator showed him the land of Gilead as far as Dan. 34:2, all Naphtali and Ephraim, Manasseh also he was able to see. 34:3, the south in the valley of Jericho. 34:4, this is the land of the promise that I promised Abraham. You've seen it, you shall not cross. 34:5, Moses dies. 34:9, Joshua was filled with the Spirit. 34:10, since then there has been no prophet like Moses who knew Creator face to face. Liberation.